Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Asad Lalji. I'm the curator here at the Royal Opera House. On behalf of the Royal Family of Gondal, Ashish Doshi, Honorary Director, and myself, welcome to a very special evening and to India's only surviving opera house and your city's very own cultural crown jewel. Did you know the Italian word used to refer to an artwork is opera? Opera is indeed a total work of art combining music, movement, theatrics, scenography, design, lyric poetry. It neatly incorporates the very essence of the arts. Just as the art form, opera, integral to our name, we at the Royal Opera House as a venue embrace the breadth of the arts on our stage, building a vibrant cultural ecosystem by presenting the visual and performing arts, film, theater, literature, design, and genres that defy easy categorization. We collaborate with the best of local and international institutions, groups, and individuals, and seek to showcase the traditional and the contemporary. We've hosted emergent and established voices. Despite being over 100 years old, in the 3 short years since we opened or reopened, we're proud to say that we've exemplified the multicultural and cosmopolitan spirit of our beloved maximum city, Mumbai. Part of our curatorial vision at the Royal Opera House includes cultural diplomacy, and our stage has always been open to supporting and showcasing the arts and culture of various countries and to bring a taste of the rich and unique national heritage of each country and culture right here in Mumbai. We are delighted to collaborate with the Italian Embassy Cultural Center in Mumbai, with whom we've presented a number of programs over the years, including our very successful opera season 2018 last year on this very stage. We've showcased music, opera, performers from Italy, some of whom return here tonight. Tonight's performance is the first in the series of events held to celebrate the 500 years of Leonardo da Vinci, artist, scientist, philosopher, a leading historical figure whose legacy spans generations and cultures and is still relevant even today. The Italian Embassy Cultural Center in Mumbai, Avid Learning, and the Royal Opera House present Leonardo's Symphony, a performance of Italian Renaissance music by Sensuous Ensemble. I would like to now invite Consul General of Italy in Mumbai, Stefania Costanza, to say a few words and tell us a little more about this ensemble. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for being here tonight. Enjoy the performance. Good night.
Thank you very much, Assad. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for being here and sharing this evening with us. Many thanks to the Royal Opera House for hosting us this evening, and many thanks to Avid Learning for partnering with us, the all-week long events dedicated to Leonardo da Vinci. What we celebrate this evening is the 500th anniversary of Leonardo da Vinci's death, who passed away the 2nd of May, 1519. Now, today, I checked out of curiosity what the Enciclopedia Treccani, who is the most popular encyclopedia in Italy, said about Leonardo da Vinci. And it says, Leonardo da Vinci, pittore, architetto, scienziato, ha personificato il genio rinascimentale che rivoluzionò sia le arti figurative sia la storia del pensiero e della scienza. In other words, a genius. We take a lot of pride out of that, of what Leonardo da Vinci meant for all mankind. We do not think that it is an Italian figure, but that he belongs to the entire humankind. And what he taught us was freedom, how to freely think, which is a value in itself. Then the same encyclopedia lists all the topics he was interested during his life. And it were arts, science, anatomy and physiology, arithmetics and geometry, astronomy, botanics, geology, mechanics, optics, zoology, thermodynamics, and then he was also an inventor and a writer. It's a very long list. I won't tell you all the different things that you can imagine. And most of you might have visited traveling Europe, but also Italy especially, but also France, where he died, actually. But what I really would like to underline is the message of a free mind, hopefully in a free world. This was the essence of the Renaissance. What we are going to listen this evening is a beautiful mise en scène of what the essence of this music was. The ensemble who's going to perform this evening is absolutely unique. They're all coming from Italy on purpose for that. This entire recital has been put up together by them, and especially I would like to underline the amazing instruments that we have there. They are not only coming straight from Renaissance here, but they also have been made on purpose based on Leonardo's original drawings, which is pretty special in itself. I really hope you will enjoy the evening, and thanks for celebrating this amazing life of this genius of mankind tonight. Thank you.
Cognizione principia da sentimenti, e per questo, quanto la pittura è la figurazione delle cose corporee, così la musica è figurazione delle cose invisibili. All our knowledge is based on feelings, since the painting is the figuration of corporeal things, so music is the representation of invisible things. Leonardo da Vinci.
Keep on playing, I should spend some words on these two instruments. First of all, I would like to introduce you the viola organista. Viola organista, okay, both instruments are a sort of innovation that Leonardo da Vinci has drawn in a codex, in the second codex of Madrid, at the page 76. So you will find on this page three instruments that he designed, he projected, and beside each instrument, beside each of them, there is a short description in which he explains what is the innovation of these instruments. So what Leonardo did is just to try to invent a new instrument taken from what he already known. So, for example, this is an innovation of the fiddle, of the violin. But you have to know that Leonardo da Vinci was a virtuosist of the violin. The lira da braccio, that was the ancient instrument that came from that came before the violin. And in this case, the bow of the violin is made by this kind of mechanism, and by doing this, there is a bow that continuously is going on. And instead of putting the bow on the strings, thanks to this keyboard that you can't see now, but there is a keyboard like a piano here, I put all the strings in touch to this bow. And the innovation in the mind of Leonardo da Vinci should have been the fact that at the same time I could play more than 2 or 3 notes in the same time. So it's the viola. Viola is the Italian name of alto, so it's not a violin, but the biggest one violin, the alto. And the viola organista, organum, derives from the org. So it means that it's a bow instrument, but that can create the sound of a org.
As Adriano explained, Leonardo was a great inventor and not only invited some instruments, but he also invited tiny, tiny little pieces of music. Actually, we call them rebuses. This is like guessing what is the music and what is the poem about. So, as you probably know, I don't know, he was a left-hand writer. And actually, he was not writing as usually in modern writing from left to right, but he was writing with his left hand from right, thank you, to left. So actually, if you want to understand his rebuses, you have to take a mirror and to read the music and the rebuses in the mirror. So this is the first difficulty. The second one is that you have to study the music, and the music you read today is not the music you could read 500 years ago, because the notes are a little bit different, no? The pencil was also very different. So you have to read the music, and then you have to understand some clues he wanted to tell us. Sometimes it's a sort of poem, sometimes it is the note that gives actually the name of the poem, like the word amore is actually containing the word re, that is a note, it is the D note. So it is very interesting. He has made about 18 rebuses in his sketchbooks. So we can read a lot of tiny little pieces of music. We decided actually to perform only 2 of them. So the first piece that Adriana performed with Arianna with Adriano performed is one of his first rebuses. And the last one we will perform tonight is also one of his rebuses. We also performed the music of his contemporary composer. He was also very involved in scenography. He was also a violinist player, we could say it like this. It was called lira da braccio, like a harp you could carry on the arm, okay? So he was a total musician, constructing music, composing music, performing music, and also making the scenographies. Thank you so much.
Pure
This is the paper organ. This is Mr. Paper Organ. An organ made mostly by paper. So the pipes and the bellow should be made by paper. That was the challenge that Leonardo da Vinci wrote on the Codex. That's why, because this instrument actually was a copy, an innovation of an instrument that already existed at the time of Leonardo da Vinci. The name of the other instrument was the organo portativo. It has also the sense that it is smaller than the church organ, the organ that can be commonly found in churches. It is small, and little ensemble of early music would play this instrument commonly. So Leonardo thought, and he wrote down in his codex, that why don't we arrange this instrument in a different way? If we made this part and this part lighter, it can be wear on your body, and you can play it by standing up and maybe walking around and sing. It is light because it is made by paper, so it could be done. And then he put also the keyboard vertical, perpendicular to the ground, not like the common keyboard, the common organ. And so that's why commonly in Italy, for example, somebody calls it the accordion of Leonardo da Vinci, because this shape reminds you a bit the accordion, but it sounds as you heard differently. So now I'm going to play for you a tune for dance taken from the Spanish repertoire. All the repertoire we are playing now is taken from authors that were contemporary of Leonardo da Vinci. So the sonorities are really, really different and far away from what we are used to listen. But for example, the previous one, Fortuna Desperata, is based on a famous song, yes, we can say song, a musical theme, Fortuna Desperata, that theme that Ariana has just sang. It is based on a different accompaniment, because every author decides his own accompaniment, his own ornamentation, his own arrangement. And okay, it's too long to explain what all the musical stuff. But the second tune we are going to play now, the dance tune, is taken from the Spanish repertoire, Francisco de la Torre, and it is based on a jumped dance in Spanish. In Spanish.
Thank you so much. We wanted now to explain a little bit the choice of the music, because we told you that only 2 pieces actually in this program are from Leonardo, and the other music are actually from musicians that were living during Leonardo's time. So mainly they are Italian, some Spanish and some French, because Leonardo finished his life actually with the King of France near Paris, near Tours actually, in Amboise. And so we wanted to make also this connection with France. And mainly the music in that time was divided in several types of music. There was the very liturgical music for the Mass, only in churches, and this type of music was very similar actually to mathematics. It was constructed like an exercise for the mind to follow all the melodic lines, and several melodic lines were combined together to form what is called in music harmony. And harmony was the reflection of the beauty of the cosmos, the universe, the harmony of the world, and the harmony between the people. And this kind of mathematical conception of music, we can find it also a little bit in secular music. It is called for mainly loving pieces of music, claiming about the love of the woman who doesn't want to look for a glance at all to his beloved, to her beloved. And some music we choose actually come from more popular music, traditional music, especially from Venice city, but also from Florence, because Leonardo da Vinci was born in Vinci, which is very near from Florence. And we also put some very new music for that time, that is humanistic music. And humanistic is the new conception of Renaissance, especially in Italy, because Renaissance was born in Italy, actually in Florence, under Leonardo da Vinci's time, actually, with Lorenzo il Magnifico, for instance. And this conception was that the text, the poetical text, is more important than the music. So mainly we are going through something that was combining different kind of voices versus a leader, like a singer that will be singing a text, a musical poem. So the next tune we will play for you is actually from the first category of music, very intellectual, mathematical music. It comes from northern France. It is called J'ai pris amour, which means I took love as a value for my world, for my life. And this music was written in a beautiful manuscript that has a beautiful shape of a heart.